30-minute session for a client. So I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. If any of you are interested in exploring a session with me, you can book a session at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I'm going to go ahead and read the goals here and get started. Okay. I'm working on dropping weight, where when I try to lose weight, parts of my body begin to feel overwhelmed and hurt. And I'm not talking about hunger. I've never had issues in losing weight in the past. So you're ready to lose weight, but your body is basically saying no. And it doesn't make any sense because you're okay feeling hunger. So we need to understand why your body's response to losing weight is it sends you vibes like I feel overwhelmed and hurt. So we got to talk to your body to find out why it's doing that. Okay. Thank you so much for exploring this session with me. And thank you so much for sharing with others. I'm going to relax now and get tuned in. Okay. See what I can do to help your body to understand this. Okay. I'm like doing this weird thing. It's kind of like I take my hand and I go down with it. And it's kind of like the sign of a cross in a way. It's very smooth. It feels very comfortable to do this. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm just doing this right now. It feels good. But I'm opening a door. For some reason, this movement is the key to open this door. And it's a technological door. I mean, there's a red light and now it's opening. Interesting that the red light represents go in this scene. So when I do this, red light turns on, I hear a clicking sound and then an electronic noise as the door opens itself. It slides it open. And I'm entering into a very cold, dark place. You are Frosty the Snowman in here. And you're just like Jack Frost. I mean, you're freezing and you're shivering. Frosty the Snowman is comfortable in being cold, right? Jack Frost would be comfortable in being cold too. You are not comfortable being cold. Covered in frost. You're covered in ice. Shivering. You aren't wanting to let go. I literally just opened a freezer door to get to you. Why are you in here? I'm not allowed to warm this place up. I'm going to have to real talk with you. Kind of wanted somebody to come. This part of you feels pretty helpless. And you didn't have the strength to help yourself, so you hoped that somebody could come and help you. And I came. This is in your muscle fibers. Right now, I'm just standing here. I'm just watching you. Feeling the cold that surrounds you. I'm just here with you. And in a way, that's enough. Just the fact that somebody came is enough. But you really aren't sure how you're going to heal from this, how you're going to come out of this, because you don't feel like yourself and you're shaking. Not because you're cold, but because you're tired. I mean, is it possible that your body needs rest? It needs a break? Is it possible that this is stress related? Man, there is a big old path of stuff that's opening up. There is a Frosty the Snowman energy in here. I mean, literally, like, there is a persona that is Frosty the Snowman that is here. And I feel it in the air. And I feel its kindness is here to help you. Frosty the Snowman can survive in cold places, but you cannot survive in cold places. You're pushing yourself hard. Too hard. Probably not the answer you want to hear. So there is an opening. I want to go down this tunnel to all this stuff, right? I want to see what else is going on here, but I can't leave you. So I make you really small, and I get a backpack and I put you inside of it. And I make it super cozy in there with lots of blankets. I mean, you're small, so you can really tuck in inside of there. And I bring Frosty the Snowman as kind of like an energy, like a sparkly snow dust that kind of follows me. And I'm going down this red slide. And you start dry coughing. I mean, it's like you have something in your throat and you just keep coughing, and there's like a heat that starts to develop, and it's so hot, it's just making you cough and dry cough. And this red slide is getting hotter. It's like it's made out of metal, so it's getting burning hot. And there's the opportunity to go in this direction, which is going to take us completely to basically like an ocean of lava. It's pretty cool looking. But then we could go the other way and just keep going down the slide and see what comes next. But I feel strongly we need to stop here at this ocean of lava. It's a very surreal place. It's like another planet. You have a lot of anger here. You're really angry about whatever this represents. There's a lot of anger about it. Oh, I dive into the lava right away. And I see there's this, it's a golden sword, but it's kind of, I mean, it's on fire. It's like metal that's super, super hot. It's glowing. And then I grasp it and I take it up to the surface. I mean, I feel like Link or Zelda. And I'm going onto the beach now, and I have achieved my special sword. And it's turning into a metallic, silvery. I mean, it's gorgeous looking. It's perfect. Even the handle's made out of metal. The whole thing is made out of metal. It's a magical sword. So I make this very small, and then I put it in the backpack, and it's for you. I ask you if there's anything else. You say, you kind of say, I don't want to go here. I don't want to look at this place. But at the same time, you're getting very large, and you're so large, you're like massive. I mean, you're a giant. You're coming straight out of the backpack, and you're just standing here as this giant. And so there's no getting out of this. You need to take a look. Man, your heart has some unresolved hate. It's aggression. And somebody did you wrong. And I start to look into this lava. As you look into it, I see lots of skeleton bodies. And then they're all duplicates, okay? So there's just one here, but there's like millions of the same. All into lava. And it just burned away everything to the bone, but the bones are still here in the lava. And I tell you to let it go, because this doesn't define you anymore. Unless it does. I say this sword is not for you. Until you can let this go. Can you let this go? You dive into the lava now. And you're becoming a regular sized man. And you take one of these skeletal bodies and you swim all the way down to the depths, down, 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 down with it. And it actually gets colder. As we go down further, it actually gets colder. And we're actually swimming into density. It's not, it's like literally lava that's becoming rock, but we're swimming through it and it's a density. And you take the skeleton all the way to the center of this planet. And you put the skeleton in the center and you stick it there. And you imprison this. You imprison this persona. And you put a date and a time on this. Like, you will not be freed for 1,000,000 years. Something like this. And you decided that. You decided that. You decided the fate of this one. You decided. It's almost like you were granted the ability to decide. I would recommend that you let this go. Because when you're granted the ability to decide the fate of you both, the last thing you want to do is imprison a soul for 1,000,000 years. Because that's only imprisoning yourself. Even if they deserve it, you're imprisoning yourself. That's the riddle. Don't ever do that. Now you get to go 1,000,000 years still connected to a soul that you really are ready to move on from, but you just can't let it go yet. Hard feelings, right? Soul deserves it, right? No. But it's your choice. You do. You confess that you hate her. You confess. I hate her. And for what she's done, this is lenient. This is lenient. I say, do you want to be the master teacher? Because this is just a tennis game. And they're going back and forth for all eternity until you just let this go. In a way, you do want to dictate on some level. You want to dictate some kind of learning for the soul. You do. You want to play God on this. I snap my fingers and I just stop time. And I slow things way down. Because you're moving way too fast. Like, before we make these decisions, let's slow way down. Let's just slow. Because I have like a magic sword in my backpack. And I'd really like you to... I really want to know more about it. But we got to throw the sword away. I highly recommend we take some more time here. Let's just slow things down. Let's go through your feelings, okay? Let's just go through your emotions here because you're avoiding that. We need to go through your emotions some more. You say it feels good in a way. You feel like you have a sense of power, control, like you're helping this soul to understand the way their decision making has affected you, and that it harmed you. And in a way, the only way this soul is going to learn is if this soul were to be harmed in the same way. So that they can be introduced to themselves. What they do to others now will be done to them. Perfect definition of karma, right? I say let it go. Tennis match, that's all this is. Next thing you know, you're going to be the one that she's imprisoning inside a planet for a freaking 1,000,000 years. Just don't go there. Your guides step in. They tell me to let you decide. And so I take the magic sword and I place it into the lava. And you do feel warmer. You need time to think. I snap my fingers and I let everything go. And we go back to the slide. And the slide is hot. And when we get to the bottom, we return to where Frosty the Snowman energy was, and you were shivering. And you're warmer now, and you're crying lots of tears. In a way, you feel relief. You feel resolve. You feel justice. It doesn't matter, you say, about the magic sword. You say, I'm the magic sword anyway. I don't need anything more than myself. And I needed that for myself. I needed that personally for myself, and I needed that. I say, I get it. Actually, I do get it. And I think it's incredible. Because I can't make the decision for you. And only you are going to know what's truly right for yourself. You start laughing. And you say, why did I imprison myself in such a cold place over her? What a dumb idea. I'm going to go be the magic sword that I am. And I'm going to do things. I'm going to live now. I'm going to live now. And you don't feel any attachment to her. It's almost like her soul had asked you to decide what her next learning would be. Because she was introduced already to herself, and she needed you to decide. And so you made the decision, and she's at peace with that choice, because this is giving her soul the blessing of what she can do next with her own path. Thank you to you, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't feel this turning into the tennis match. I feel this turning into a complete and utter separation. And you're able to go in two totally different directions now. So did I become the challenge? Did I become the test? But in the end, you followed your heart, right? You followed your heart. You're proud of yourself. I give you a high five. Frosty melts, and he's at peace, and he's proud of you too. And he says he'll come back whenever you need him. You seem to have a close relationship with Frosty the Snowman. It's pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I love seeing Frosty the Snowman as a real consciousness in the universe. How cool. So sweet. Okay. What next? You say, yes. You're kind of talking about this weight loss. Where you're acknowledging what the goals were, and we had to start here. You show me that your muscles are on the energy side of things, working through what is inhaling and exhaling really cold and then really hot for some reason. Really cold and stiff and then hot and limber, and it's undecided as it can't really achieve like a neutral balance. It's like really cold and then really hot. So maybe your life is hot and cold, you know? Maybe you're going through this experience, now this experience, now this experience, now this experience, you know? Like, or it's like, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too hot, you know? You decide, but that's what I'm being shown here, that your muscles are going through hot, and then it's going through cold, and then it's going through hot, and then it's going through cold. So it just isn't like consistent, you know? It's not staying in a consistent state. And this is because there's no real, there's like this undecided air to it. And there's an instability. In a way, your body is protecting you as well. Because your body works with survival, you know. And if there's energetic instability, then it's going to go on kind of survival mode to make sure that you're safe in any circumstance. So again, it feels like stress. It feels like stress to me. I tell your body that you are safe. See what your body says. Body says that I, Abby, don't even know what safe is. That's what your body says. Like straight up says this to me. Okay. Let's see what it says next. Okay, I swear to God, let's see what happens. I'm so into this. Okay. Your body is showing me that you are undecided as to actually what you're going to look like next. I mean, and you're going through many different body styles, body types, facial appearances, like growing a beard or not. Like you're going through changes and you yourself are undecided what your look is going to be. Interesting. So let's pick one, shall we? You're saying that you feel comfortable and you embrace yourself more when you're physically lighter. All right, you don't weigh as much. So that's your preference. So I'm going to tell your body that. See what your body says. Body body is like quit telling me what to do. Body's like pushing me, like get away from me and quit telling me what to do. Your body is like that towards me. Not used to being like, I'm not used to that. Kind of fun, really. So maybe it's not up to your mind to decide, or your emotions to decide. Maybe it's your body that wants to decide right now what it feels comfortable with. Have you ever asked your body what it feels comfortable with? Like your body should just be comfortable with whatever your mind wants, right? Whatever you emotionally want. Your body should just be cool with that. But your body, for some reason, like it is going to do what it wants this time. Like your body is going to decide. That's how it's expressing itself to me right now. I literally I just touch your body and it's like your muscle fibers are making a lot of decisions here. And they're I really do feel stress yet again because you're just obsessed with transformation. It's almost like you're obsessed with it. You're going a mile a minute with it. Relax. 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 I mean, you're even uptight. Like, you're really uptight, body. Finally, finally, like a clenched fist is starting to relax here. It just doesn't want to be weak. And it doesn't want to fall apart. And it wants to be strong. Say you are strong. Giving you more time. Touching your muscle fibers, and there's a yellow golden light that appears, and then it is energetic time and space for you for your body, for your muscles to wind down, to rest, to relax. Starting to realize that your mind, your emotions, and your body are not working together as one. And we need them to be working together as one. But I will say, as I'm attempting to bring you together, it gets very drained, very, 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 very exhausted. I don't want to rush this. I'm going to go to your mind, okay? The mind side of you. Mind, what do you think? What do you think about what body is saying? What do you think about what we've seen so far? Thinking about what the knife, the sword, the magical sword means to you as part of your identity. You're really wondering what that represents. So I take it out of your heart and I just have you hold it and feel it in your hand. This is your mind. That is literally an energy body. And you're holding this magical sword now. Say, I feel like I'm supposed to do something with this. I don't feel like I'm supposed to hurt anybody. It's like I'm supposed to cut cords, cut ties with it. You literally say that and you bring the sword down like as a motion. You have no idea what you're doing. You just bring the sword down and all of a sudden here, all these like break, snap, 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 snap. And all this like invisible junk just goes wailing over there. I was like, whoa, I think you did something. And you say, I think I did too. It's funny because you're a mind. Of course you think. You think you did something. I think you did something too. Mental body's thinking. It's great, but something is happening here. Sometimes when you don't know what you're doing and you just try to understand it, you do stuff. You literally accomplish something. You just accomplished something. We aren't fully aware of what it is that you just cut ties with, but you feel relief. It's as thick. The cord that you cut is as thick as like an old oak tree bark, like an old trunk, a tree trunk, an old oak tree trunk. Like it's big. It's like one big trunk of a tree cord. And I see the remnants of it there, where it was connected to your energy field. And you're really confused by this. And you say, what did I just remove? What did I just disconnect myself from? I say, what do you think? You say, I just want to cut more cords. So you just start using the magical sword and you kind of start swinging it all around you, above your head, along the sides, behind you. Whether you can see it or not, you're just cutting cords in every direction. You're like, I don't even care. I just want to cut more cords. That felt really good. And you literally are suddenly like cutting cords all around you. Invisible ones. We don't even know what these cords are about, but you're feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. And you're like, you're kind of crying because this feels so good. You don't understand it. None of this makes any sense, but obviously that when I move this sword around and it cuts the cords, I feel lighter. It's like, I think this is incredible and I'm excited. You say, I think that I'm supposed to do this to help my physical body feel lighter. I think I was supposed to do this. I say, but what do you know? What do you know? Boy, you don't give your mind the opportunity to know. You give your mind the opportunity to think, but not permission to know. Not permission to decide a knowing on something. Let's start working with I know something. What do you know, mind? I know I just cut some cords, some major cords. And I know these cords made me feel a lot lighter. And I know I was meant to cut these cords with this magical sword that I just pulled from my heart. And I know that I was meant to do this to help my physical body. And I know I was meant to do this to help release stress. And I know that I'm not meant to know everything. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? Ah. You kind of say, I know I feel great. And we're kind of moving into your emotional body. But your emotional body and your mental body are starting to feel connected now together. And that brings relief to your physical body because your mental body and your emotional body needed to be working together. This feels more balanced. And there's no rush. That's the good thing because we're not thinking about time here. You got to stop thinking about time and don't feel rushed because that's creating a disoriented and stressful energy. It's more stress than you realize when you put a timeline on how quickly you need things to happen. If you just don't even worry about time, things will happen pretty darn fast. But when you start thinking about time, you can slow things down and stress things out without realizing it. I say, emotional body, how do you feel? Emotional body feels joy about the magical sword. But the emotional body does not want to use it. It doesn't feel a relationship with using the sword. And because the emotional body and the mind are blending together, the mind doesn't feel a need either to have the sword. And you send the sword back to the source. I mean, it came from you, but it was a tool that you needed for yourself. It's just energy. And now you're letting that energy go as well, and you're just getting back to who you are. And you feel more like yourself. And you feel like you just bushwhacked all kinds of like crazy vines and tree trunks and energy cords. Like you just released yourself from a lot. And you feel good. I mean, you do feel really good. And you're kind of higher up than your physical body, and you both, as one, mental body, emotional body, kind of come over to the edge of a really tall step, and you hop down. And there's your physical body, which just looks like a meat body. Like literally, it looks like a muscle body. And you hug. Your mind and emotions hug your physical body. Like super, super hug your physical body. And you cry even, and you feel emotional love for yourself. And you feel emotional love for who you are and your body, emotional love for your body, your form, your life. You feel an emotional love for yourself and for your life, for your physical body, for who you are, your identity, your mind, your emotions, your will, your soul, even your spirit. Like you're feeling moved. You're feeling very much so this movement of love. And it's such a genuine hug. And in this hug, you emerge with your physical body. And your physical body feels a lot better. No wonder it was uptight. It really needed the support of the mind and the emotions to be working together with the body. And you weren't all working together as one. I'm also sending energy down through your feet, out through your legs and out your feet, okay? It just looks like cream squish. I mean, it's like a tannish, light tannish color that just squishes out the bottom of your feet. And it kind of looks like Cool Whip out of the spray can, like you could decorate with it. I don't know, it's kind of squishing out like frosting or something. It's weird. Feels good though. Hmm. You start jumping up and down. You just start jumping up and down and feeling your legs. You're feeling your hips. You're feeling your form. And you're jumping up and down and you're feeling your heartbeat and your breath is starting to go more quickly. You're jumping up and down and you're breathing more. And it kind of feels good to use your body as a tool. Like actually use your body and exercise with it. It feels good actually. It's like, man, it feels good to just run. I haven't ran in a while. Like it is. It's like weird. It's like it feels good to just run. Even if it's for like a minute sprint. Like weird. It's like using my body feels good. It feels exhilarating. It feels like I'm alive. I feel happy. I feel happy. I feel blessed. I feel transformed. I want to be athletic. I want to be physically fit and good looking. I mean, you literally say that. You show me a good looking guy who's physically fit, okay? I want to be that. And your body's on board. Your mind and emotions are on board. And you are feeling lighter. And again, I'm giving you time, okay? Don't worry about how long it takes. Just enjoy being in your body. Just enjoy moving it. Enjoy feeling the process of getting to know your body again in a new way. Because your form is changing. You might see a new you in the mirror in the next coming months, you know? And I don't feel the stress like I did. I mean, it feels a lot, way more relaxed now, for sure. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. You got this. You totally got this. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for the opportunity to help you. And for all those watching, thank you so much for watching from beginning to end, for all your kind comments and thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, don't be shy to subscribe. The more the merrier. Have a great day, everybody.